Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by the Roslyn Social, North Shore's premier rooftop lounge, located in the heart of Roslyn Village at 1363 Old Northern Boulevard. Give them a call, 516-801-4963, and say hi to Nick. Fantastic.
We are having so much fun, and we know you're going to love our next guest. His name is Tony Walker, and he is a comedy guy. Comedy cures everything. So.
Absolutely. I had cancer at the age of 32, and I do believe that the laughter and the positive attitude got me through it just as much as the medications did, which led to the comedy troupe that I run called Knockem Dead Comedy. We do dinner theater, murder mysteries, game shows, kid shows. We're not stand-up or anything like that, just comedy shows, variety shows.
You go to restaurants and where else? Like theaters?
Restaurants, private parties, corporate events, fundraisers. Did I say fundraisers?
Fundraisers, firehouse.
Comedy shows, they're murder mysteries, they're audience participation. It's a scripted show because there's clues and hints that have to go out, but it's not a don't blink or you'll miss something. It's not Agatha Christie.
Right.
It's a comedy. It's lighthearted, but one of the characters does get killed,
right.
And then the audience has to figure out who did it and why. And if it's a private party or a corporate event, we personalize it to fit their event.
Now, do you ask the audience for help with the mysteries? Or
Yeah, they solve it.
All by themselves.
Based on what they saw during the show, we even give them a little section where they can interrogate the suspects.
Oh, that's
fun.
fun.
So we'll deflect, deny, point fingers at other characters, but everybody makes the rounds throughout the whole room and talks to people.
The show is guaranteed. It's 100% guaranteed fun.
Totally.
Everywhere we go,
always.
Everybody loves that show.
The audience just get so involved, and there's just such a part of the show, and that makes it even better.
Other things that you do aside from mystery.
we do game shows. Oh, the game show, we have a podium with lights and buzzers and sounds, and it's basically
Like
a trivia game show, or it could be, again, we ad-lib with that too. So they may want a trivia game show, but if we show up and they're a loud, boisterous group and they're a lot of fun, we could ask them to do funny physical challenges or do some karaoke or whatever, or name that tune, whatever we feel like doing, and they'll be willing to do. We'll take it there.
What movie introduced the phrase, "There's no crying in baseball"?
Oh, wait.
What letter comes after A? Go ahead. B is correct!
Is there a favorite skit that you do that just still cracks you up every time you do it?
We do a lot of audience participation murder mystery shows, comedic murder mystery shows. And there's two shows. We have a mob show. We're in New York. You have to have the mob shows. And we have a redneck wedding, which is just
I have to come see that one.
You're welcome anytime. Anytime. In fact, I even brought you a shirt.
Growing up in St. Louis, Missouri, I have to say, you did?
Oh, of course I did.
Hey!
That you will wear everywhere you go. In fact, I have a whole bunch there. I'm giving one out to everybody.
Everywhere I go. Okay.
That's right.
There you go.
Knockem Dead Comedy.
Oh, that's great.
Can I
Knockem Dead
pretend I'm
Comedy.
drinking something?
Excellent. Yeah, you can pretend like you're drinking something.
I'm having fun on the set.
We actually do put water in it when guests ask.
Just
we
not
do. But
this
if you
guest.
but if you don't ask ahead of time, wait, this one's full of water. You ready?
Nice.
1, 2, 3. All right, there you go.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
Had an awesome time.
All right. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
is Cubs Radio.
Cubs Radio.
Okay. Okay, we'll just do that for now.
3-2 to Mookie Wilson. Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Hello, Tony. Mookie Wilson here, 1986 Mets. How you doing? Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Day Comedy Radio, man. I miss you. I wish I was still up there, man. But I'll wait till it warm up a little bit, and hopefully this year things will be a little bit better, man. But when we're talking about comedy, hey, the early years of Mets was a lot to laugh about. You had to make a lot of comedy off those guys. Hey, hope to see you guys during the summer, and hopefully get back on the show, man, at some point in time during the course of the year, all right? All right? Yeah, fine. Contact me, man. All right, Tony. Talk to you later.
What will you experience at a Knockem Dead Comedy Murder Mystery Show? Suspense, excitement, love, more love, violence. Well, not really. And, of course, some music. Knockem Dead Comedy is the #1 murder mystery troupe, entertaining thousands of people for over 20 years.
You have a great night or what? Good.
Their hilarious murder mystery shows are full of audience interaction from beginning to end that will keep you laughing all night long. Their shows are not to be missed. Knockem Dead Comedy's murder mystery themes include a mob show, a redneck wedding, a high school reunion, a family reunion with a luau theme, or your own custom show.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
Had an awesome time.
All right. You had a great time. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
Fundraisers, private parties, corporate events, restaurants, and more. Contact Knockem Dead Comedy for your event today.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony and Sallie on the Knockem Dead radio show. They're going to keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie. Hey, how do you say?
Hi, everybody. It's Monday, February
7th.
Wow, you're right on that.
Dun, dun, dun.
Good morning, everybody. Jeff Bosie's already here. Good morning, Jeff. DJ D-Love, of course, is carrying on with Joe. Very nice. I'm glad we supply a nice little line of communication for DJ and Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like we have like a daycare center or something.
Welcome, everybody, to the Knockem Dead Comedy Podcast, coming at you live on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast on Facebook and YouTube. That's the name of the pages. We're interacting with you via our YouTube page, Gov's Comedy Club Podcasts, because that's where we are. And we're coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. And that is the place where you can see Vic DiBitetto this weekend. That's right, Vic DiBitetto will be here. Terry McNeely playing in the Giggle Room. The Giggle Room. Over there at the Brokerage in Belmore, Nick Griffin is headlining down there. Of course, you got some great shows happening at McGuire's out in Bohemia as well. 3 great clubs, all of them great shows happening at 3 great Governor's Comedy Clubs. Go to govs.com, find out the schedule, and make your reservations for all the great shows coming up, especially, and I have the flyer right there.
Oh, good.
Thank
Right here?
you. Yes. April 1st. April Fool's Day. What better way to spend April Fool's Day than with Knockem Dead Comedy, enjoying a fun murder mystery evening, a hilarious murder mystery evening, a murder mystery, mob-themed murder mystery like you've never seen before. That's right. You'll see me, you'll see Sallie, you'll see all the Knockem Deaders, all the knockers. We'll be there April 1st. Go to govs.com. You can get tickets. It's on the website. Go to govs.com and make your reservations right now.
It'll be a fun show.
Yeah.
Really fun show.
It's going to be a blast, so come on down.
Yeah, sorry. I just had to I sometimes have to change it to live chat instead of,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I had it on the other chat. I'm like, oh, I can't see everyone's stuff.
Oh.
So I'm all set now.
It doesn't look like you're really missing much.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just, it's just those guys, having their own conversation as usual. And lots of great stuff happening at the clubs. Don't forget Joey Cola, February 19th at the Brokerage. Don't forget Anthony Cumia, Joe Curry, Don Jameson, and all the Compound Media guys, February 26th here at Governor's in Levittown. Lots of great shows coming your way. Don't forget to come see them all. Lots of great stuff. Go to knockemdeadcomedy.com. Find out what we got going on. We got some public shows, some private shows, all sorts of fun stuff, including booking information if you'd like to book us for a corporate event, a private party, whether it's in a living room or a catering hall, whatever you need, we got you covered. Audience interactive, comedic, murder mysteries, and game shows, knockemdeadcomedy.com. And of course, please, where is it? Oh, it's not there. Please like and share our show on all your social media platforms.
I don't know if you want to do this first before I set that up, but I could do this first.
Do what first?
Talk about the fundraiser thing.
So the fundraiser. Oh, yeah. Don't forget about the...
okay.
Sorry. Well, you reminded me. That's not it.
I know.
Oh. You just reminded me. I would have forgotten it. So
that's what I was waiting for.
Don't forget this Saturday, you can still get some tickets. Tickets are starting to... we're starting to run out. We're going to be sold out. We're going to be sold out, which we're very excited about. This Saturday, a fun night of games. Family Feud, Jeopardy, Speed Trivia, and Wheel of Fortune, and all sorts of fun. It's a special fundraiser for the Nassau County PAL Special Needs Unit. You know how important the special needs community is. You know how important the PAL is. Please donate to a good cause by buying some tickets. You'll have a fun night. It's $75. You might be saying to yourself, that's a little pricey. Well, you know what? It covers your dinner. It covers an open bar. Covers the entertainment. So you'd be spending that money anyway.
It's a great price.
Yeah, you're going out somewhere to see some entertainment, and you're going to buy some drinks and dinner. You're spending $75 a person anyway.
Yeah.
So at least this goes to a good cause, and you'll have a great time. So, yeah, there you go. And, of course, so like I said, please like and share our show. Share the link all over the social medias. And get on the phone and call everybody you know and say, hey, watch this great show. Check out all the shows on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. They have some cool shows. We have new shows coming your way as well. We have great existing shows. We have more shows coming your way. In fact, we have Mark David Hirschman and Mike Keegan calling us up in a little while. They're going to be talking about their new show, which debuts February 15th. It's called Hershey and the Keegs. Hershey and the Keegs.
Hershey it makes you smile even saying it. That's a good thing.
It should be Hershey and the Keegs in the little room, in the giggle room, because that just like Hershey and the Keegs sounds kind of gay, and then boom, You have it in the giggle room.
There's still gay in the giggle room.
And that just makes it all.
Yeah, I like the name. I think
Do
it's
you?
cool. Yeah.
Do you like the name the giggle room?
Sure, why not?
Yeah?
Yeah.
It is now officially the giggle room. They here at the club, they made it official this past weekend. And of course, just like they do when they open up old rooms or they do, they're doing something new. Joey Cola was here and he christened it.
Oh, nice.
I think it was Saturday night. And Eric Haft was the headliner. So that was a good show right there. They have the best comedians in this place, let me tell you. The best comedians. Jeff Bosey, I thought they were in there today. That's why I made the popsicle reference. Oh, yeah. Bosey said, good morning, everyone, and my 2 favorite popsicle liquors from Levittown. All right, yeah. Keegan, you're talking about Keegan and Hirschman?
Yeah.
They're calling in a little while.
They're both doing something during the day, so they can't come in, but they're going to call.
Yeah, so that's today. They're going to call in and talk to us. Their show starts, Hershey and the Keegs, that starts February 15th. But they're calling in today to promote.
Right after Valentine's Day.
Right. Well, yeah, they'll still be in bed together. So from Valentine's Day, so it's perfect. Yeah, so there you go. And that's where we'll be, April 1st, the Giggle Room. You'll be doing more than giggling, I'll tell you that right now. You'll be laughing your asses off with us. So, all right. And I mentioned this. Oh, no, I didn't mention the studio time. Did I? Yes?
I don't remember.
If you would like to do a podcast or record some kind of video or need to do some kind of promotional thing or you need to record a commercial, whatever it may be, look at this great studio we have. We can record video, we can record audio. We can do both at the same time, actually. And we have Zoom capability and graphics and phone lines and lights and cameras and monitors and all that great stuff, microphones. So get in touch with us via our Facebook page, Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, and you can do some work in here with us. Again, whether you want to do your own podcast that streams live on our platform or something you want to record and then stream, and then post later, or your own private thing, whatever it is, give us a shout and we'll hook you up. All right. Speaking of Joey Cola, I mentioned Joey Cola a minute ago.
Okay.
Don't forget, you'll see Joey Cola on Blue Bloods February 25th. So make sure you check that out. We talked about it on Friday a little bit. He is actually playing himself.
Oh, that's cool.
In that episode. Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, that's fun.
He didn't really
Good for him.
He didn't discuss the details. He didn't want to give anything away, but he did say it takes place on the set of a talk show. So they actually went to him where he does warm up for Drew Barrymore. So they went there and they filmed the scene there.
Yeah, that must be great.
We should get him in here after the show.
Yeah, just talk about it.
And talk about the experience, and he can tell us if Tom Selleck was a dick or not. He can talk about Mark Wahlberg. DJ D-Love would like that.
Yeah.
He'll talk about Mark Wahlberg. So watch for Joey, February 25th. Andrew Fremder. I laughed my ass off so hard that I shit my pants room. Oh. I was like, what?
A different new name.
Yeah, a different name
for the Giggle Room.
For the Giggle Room. All right, that worked. All right. So, how was everybody's weekend? Everybody good? How was your weekend there, Sally O'Neill?
Yeah, it was good. It was busy.
Busy?
Yeah, we did a lot of things.
Like what?
Well, we did a murder mystery.
Oh, so we did.
That was fun.
We had a lot of fun. We did a private event in a town called Amityville. Some of you might know the name because of the movie,
Yeah.
the Amityville Horror. Actually, we were right down the block from there, from the horror house.
Yeah.
But it was, we had a great show. It was our first show in a while, probably since around the holidays. So it was nice to get back up there and do our thing.
People loved it. As I was tearing down the equipment, people are coming up and saying, "Oh, I see murder mysteries everywhere, and it's nothing compared to this. It's the funniest, best show I've ever seen."
Yeah. One lady, I don't know if it was the same lady. She came up to me.
No, it was a guy.
Oh, well, was it that guy called Ringo?
No.
Oh, okay. Because him and his wife came up to me after the show. They said they've seen 15 murder mystery shows.
Oh, wow.
And she said most of the 15 were with different murder mystery groups.
Oh, wow.
Which shocked me.
Yeah.
She said, hands down, she said none of them came close to what you guys did tonight.
That must have felt good.
It did feel good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it felt really good. One guy said he saw a murder mystery on a train, which is a cool idea. I've always wanted to do that. But he said he didn't like it because it was a serious murder mystery. It was a real, like, sleuth. You got to really think who did it, which is fine. I'm not knocking those things.
Yeah,
And
it's
those
fun.
things are great because it can be fun to really think about who the killer is and stuff. But our shows aren't that. You get to guess who the killer is, but we're more about the comedy. It's not,
The music,
music
Yeah.
and energy and stuff. I was just reading that. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, it was
Okay.
just Keegan.
Yeah, I was thinking about the show because you
Yeah.
mentioned Valentine's Day. Like they're starting, the day after Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about how I whammied you by getting a Valentine's Day gift early.
Oh, right. So yeah. So we did our show, The Murder Mystery, on Saturday, and we had a great show. And yes, I'll tell you, just to go back to what we were saying a second ago, this was probably. We had so many compliments when it was over.
I think people are just thrilled to do stuff, and then when you have like a fun show like ours, they're like they just can't believe it.
Oh. So you're just saying they were happy to be out. It wasn't necessarily us.
It's a combination, because we've your shows have always been great, but people aren't brought to tears.
Yeah, they were lined up.
They're like they get
to tell us how much fun they had.
They get verklempt now.
And there was a guy I went to high school with who was there. I thought that was cool. Not Mark Wahlberg, Donnie Wahlberg. Oh yes, sorry DJ, I got my Wahlbergs confused. I'm a Wahlbergist. They all look the same.
They do look all the same.
So we do the show, and then we packed up our equipment. We have a lot of equipment we bring to the show, costumes and microphones and speakers and all that stuff, mixers. So we bring it out to my truck after the show's over. So
it's freaking freezing.
It was freezing.
It is so cold. Like, if you have to do something for more than 15 minutes, you actually run inside just to defrost for a minute and run back out.
The worst part for me was wheeling the cart, the dolly, because it's a metal dolly, so that was cold.
It's cold.
It was, my hands were getting numb just from pulling it.
And the car wasn't in the right place. Should I backtrack and say so we're all set up for the show, right? And everything's ready. A lot of times when we go do murder mysteries, they even feed us, and we sit there and have dinner while the other, all the customers are eating as well. And then all of a sudden it occurs to one of the actresses that she does not, inside the bin is not the dress that she wears. So I had to, grab. Me and Tony drove together, so we just have his truck. And with Tony only having one leg, he uses a different pedal on his car. So I have to it sounds really weird, but I have to use my left foot.
You didn't remove the left foot pedal?
No, because it takes me more time to remove it than it does to drive home.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. You just got to pull the one pin, and then that's it.
No, and then
I didn't even think about that.
So I was just just drive with my left foot and try to remember which side, because the gas is on the left now. So he always drives the brake is on the right and the gas is on the left. And it sounds like, okay, you could just think about it. But in when you come to a light, which side is which? I'm always sweating by time, I'm done driving his car, because I'm just so worried I'm going to
I didn't even think about that. I would have removed it for you. I didn't.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, so I go and I run and I get so when I come back, there's no places to park. So I had to drop the truck, down a road and then just run back for the show. So then I moved it a little bit closer after the show, but you still had to wheel all the stuff further.
It was really crazy though, because like you said, we ate dinner and everything was working. We didn't have any technical issues. Everything was working fine, nice, smooth setup. And we ate dinner, we're all relaxed, and then all of a sudden, Liz is Liz, you guys remember Liz? Liz was in here with us a few times.
Yeah.
She's the one who was adopted and found out just 2 years ago that she's one of 10, and she's been reconnecting with her siblings.
Yeah.
So it was her. She just turns to me, she goes, "Do you have my dress?" I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
And this was maybe 15 minutes before showtime.
Yeah, and it took me 15 minutes to get home and 15 minutes back.
So what happened was, of course I'm like, oh man, all this time we had to spare, because we get there early to set up.
Yeah.
And we had time, but now we don't. It's almost showtime. Like, oh man, I can't believe this. So we're like, all right, we're all discussing backstage. Do we stall? What do we do? It's only 15 minutes. You know, and thankfully nobody was saying anything. You know, so we're like, all right, let's just stay back here, wait for Sallie. About 5 minutes, and of course I'm a wreck. I'm like, oh no, they're going to want us to start. This is bad.
Sometimes people just start screaming out, I want the show to start now.
You never want the show to start on a negative note like that, you know?
I go to bed early.
Right, they had dinner, they were starting to drink, so they're happy, you know, and you want to cash in on that. So literally 5 minutes before you got there, it might have even been less than that. One of the guys that was running this event comes to us, says, okay, we're ready now. And we're like, yeah, give us 5 minutes and we'll go. And I'm like this, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
That's right. We were just waiting on their word this whole time.
They should hurry up.
So, all right. So you get there. We do the show, have a great show. Then I didn't have to wheel it out that far, but it was cold. So it's cold. So we're kind of rushing, trying to load the car up with everything. But it's also dark.
It was so dark.
This
there
place
was no lights.
Yeah, this place is right on the water. A beautiful view of the water, by the way. But yeah, so no lights. So I take my phone and I turn on the flashlight so I can see the back of the truck, right? And we're loading it up. And it's got to be loaded up a certain way because we don't have a lot of space. So things got to be set up, you know, put in the same spot every time so that the door can close and we're good to go. So I had my phone on the bumper with the flashlight, you know, facing inside so I can see what I'm doing, right? So so I have this bucket. That's the last thing to go in. And it's right there, you know, it's right where the latch is, you know, to close the hatch. So I close it, but it doesn't catch, you know, and it hits the bucket. I'm like, all right, so I open it back, you know, and I move the bucket. Boom, hits the pail again, the bucket of balls again. I'm like, damn it. This is like 3 or 4 times. Now I'm getting pissed. I'm like, fuck. Start moving it. Fuck. Moving it. Fuck. Like this, it's got to be like 5 or 6 times.
It was like 5 or 6. By the 5th time, I was like, it's the phone.
And I didn't hear her. So I did it a 6th time. And then after the 6th time is when I heard her. She said,
it's the phone.
The latch, the trunk was not hitting the buckets.
You should have brought it. Oh, you did bring it.
I did
bring
it.
There it is. Oh, that's
it didn't. It wasn't hitting the pail, the bucket, the pail. It was hitting my phone.
Yeah.
But I thought every time it was hitting the bucket. So it turned out, yeah, I left my cell phone on the bumper, and the hatch was hitting the cell phone. First off, look at this.
It's concave.
And then, of course, it's...
But the funny part is just the shape. Yeah. But if that isn't strange enough, the freaking thing works.
Yeah, believe it or not, that's the truth. It still works. But it was showing signs of
glass is falling out of it.
Yeah,
every
glass
time you
falling
touch
out.
it, you like cut your fingers.
Yeah, and then but like things were turning different colors, and you had to hit certain things 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
it was dying, and so yeah, I murdered my phone
and my gift.
So yeah, so I had to go out. So this was a $500 mistake.
Yeah,
because that's what it cost me to get a new phone yesterday. So, and then Sallie had informed me that she bought me a case.
Yeah, because like we're always making fun of his like pink case.
Well, you could show them that.
Yeah, because this is like my old case. So
remember, we used to have matching cases. It was in this. This is what I had.
So so I just figured I should get that because he wanted to get a black case when he was ordering a cell phone case. You know, when he first got this phone, but there weren't any. So he was like, all right, I'll just get the next one, and then it ended up being this purple thing. So I got him a black case with what do you call those things on the back?
I don't know.
The pop socket things. I think they're called pop sockets.
Pop socket.
So I got him one of those for Valentine's Day, and then even as I ordered it, I'm like, I'm ordering this so early that I bet you I'm going to whammy him in some way. And then sure enough, I'm the cause of your phone death.
Andrew from the Valentine's Day is a great holiday. All I have to do is think about what my wife wants. That way I don't have to spend any money because it's the thought that counts. Acting is pretty fun, and I always wanted to see my name up in lights, which is why I think I might change my name to Exit. I keep a fire hydrant in my trunk. That way I can park anywhere. that I want, and if I ever got a ticket, all I would do is put it back in my trunk, and it's like it never happened.
You read 3, right? So we're done for the day?
Load the trunk sounds slang for butt sex. I snuck in a 4th.
But anyway, so that was fun.
Yeah. So, yeah, you whammied me.
Yeah.
$500 whammy.
A $500 whammy. Sorry. But and
Mm.
then what else do we do? Oh, I've got a couple of dog boarders, so that was always fun.
That's fun.
A golden doodle that is so tall. It actually, his face, he's such a tall dog that his face like sits on the counter. Like he's like this. What are we having for dinner? It's like the funniest thing. Oh, what's up here? And he just kind of like walks along the counter. It's the funniest thing. And then a little like regular size poodle too. You know, same family. So they've been fun. And they go home today. So yeah, so it's been kind of a fun weekend.
But you didn't talk about why the main reason this weekend was fun.
What would it be? Well, I have no idea.
Yes, you do.
I do?
Why
would
what
it
was
be
the main
fun?
reason we had a fun weekend?
Kevin was gone. Yeah, so Kevin, the 17-year-old, he plays violin, and his the orchestra, chorus, and band took them all to Disney to for like 4 days to like they actually work. They hand them sheet music and they practice certain songs for Disney.
Yeah, everybody. If you have kids, if anybody's had kids in school the past 20 or 30 years, they do that stuff all
But
the time.
they had a great time. He just got back like last night. But another thing with Kevin that's going to be kind of interesting. He yeah. So you have to. He's been taking driver's ed, which is basically with COVID just me. Like it's really just me. They make me and him watch 20 videos.
Bad, stupid videos.
I actually started to like him after a while.
I think we've talked about it before, but let's explain what these videos are. They're two guys. I don't know who they are.
I think they're cops.
Okay. Holding an iPhone and just recording where they're driving, and they're talking about driving rules as they're driving.
It's cool though. Well,
it's not cool. It's bullshit.
No.
That's what you're paying all that money for? The price is the same for driver's ed.
price
they did
is
not
the
lower the
same.
price or adjust it in any way. You're paying the same money to watch 15 boring 30 to 40 minute videos of these two cops. Sometimes it's just one.
Yeah.
And you just see them driving through Nassau County, and what we were doing, like, oh, that's such and so, oh, that's Hicksville, that's Wantagh, oh, that's right by our house.
Yeah.
And he's just talking.
Yeah, it's okay though. I mean, I get it, but the only bad part is that I had to make sure I knew what I was doing.
Right, and that was the thing too. That as part of the price, go out with your parent driving, and right, so you're paying them to teach your son how to drive.
Yeah, but I will say that I'm a better driver now because of it. Like I think, like I just
why
from
not from those videos,
just
from just telling him what to do.
It's been years since I've thought about it. I just like drive wherever I freaking want to drive, So yeah, so now I'm like.
So you've improved your driving?
I feel like I'm a little bit of a better driver.
Are you stopping at stop signs?
No, I hate those. But I use my directional. I never used to use my directional.
No, I'm taking credit for that. I bitched at you about that from the first time I was in a car with you.
I will always use the directional if someone's behind me. Always. But if no one's behind me, I really don't see the need to put my directional on when no one is around, where everyone seems to think that's normal. Like, why do I put my directional if no one's looking at it? Here I am telling...
Because it doesn't matter if somebody's behind you. What if you're driving and somebody's coming this way and you want to make a left?
If someone needs to know, I use it.
Or there might be somebody around that you haven't seen.
Like, for example, if I'm in a turning lane and I'm already there at a light, I'm in a turning lane at a light, I'm not going to keep my directional on.
You don't turn the signal on when you're in the lane. When you're turning into the turning lane, you should put your signal.
I don't keep it on. Like, once I'm
now
in
you're
the
just
lane.
being weird because
once I'm in the lane, I hate the sound of it. I don't need to hear that for like 3 minutes.
What was that? Well, because most people are talking or putting on a radio and they don't even notice it.
No, I can't keep it on. I can't keep it on at a light. at an arrow when everyone in the world knows that it would be illegal for me not to turn at that time. Obviously, I'm turning. I don't have to hear the noise.
And then somebody else on the other side doesn't realize you're in a turning lane and your signal isn't on, so they think you're going straight. So they start to go, and then you go, and then you crash.
I'll put it back on when I turn. I just can't have it
Put
on
it
while I'm
back
sitting
on
there.
when you turn.
Yeah.
This sounds like too much work.
Yeah. But anyway, Kevin knows how to do it properly.
All right, but now why are you bringing this up?
Well, because they give you a certificate, right? And then after it, and then you have to go on the DMV website and you have to make an appointment. So I go to do that. I plug in where I want him to take it because there's only a couple of facilities right around here. So I know where I want to go. Plug it in. It gives me, the only choices are Queens.
Which is nowhere near us.
Yeah, sorry. Nowhere that he's used to driving. Not that he won't pass because he's actually a really good driver. But I don't know. So I tried it a couple of times, and each time different choices came up. It was never Wantagh where, he needs to take the test. So I'm like, I'm just going to call. So I called DMV, and I'm like, hey, I'm plugging in the zip code. You said, be sure the zip code that you want, but the 5 to 6 choices are never Wantagh. So she goes, oh, do you just want to make an appointment? So I'm like, yes.
She said, where would you like to make the appointment? Wantagh?
Yeah. She goes, I actually said, 11793. And then she goes, and I go, and then she didn't say anything. So I said, Wantagh. And she goes, and she corrected me. Oh, Wantagh? Yes. Wantagh. Wantagh.
Right.
So she's like, how's 3:30 today?
That I have never ever seen this happen.
I go, are you kidding me? And she goes, well, you said the soonest appointment. And I go, oh.
You book your driving test
2-3 months out.
at least. Yeah,
With
at least
COVID.
a month. Yeah. Oh, with COVID, 2-3 months. You sure? She's like, yeah, 3:30 today. So this was this morning that Sallie made this call. The woman said 3:30 today.
I didn't even know if Kevin knew because immediately Tony's about to make fun of him. He's like texting. You're
Dick,
like,
I did not make fun of him.
did you do it nicely?
I was informing him.
Okay.
Go ahead, here. I'll show you. Tough, big mouth.
I saw the gleam in your eye when you were telling him.
Your mom is on the phone right now with motor vehicle. They said they have an opening today at 3:30 for your road test. No joke. Do it. You're going to kick ass.
Oh, that's really nice.
You're welcome.
That's really nice.
And he said, okay, did mom get it? And then he wrote in capital letters, tell mom to get it, T-Y. And I said, she did.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, you are also the person who, when Kevin was going away for the weekend, you said you were talking to his girlfriend with Kevin right next to her, and you were like, so when's the party that you're going to have, tonight, or, without Kevin? Kevin's like, what? So you tease him a lot.
Of course I tease him a lot.
I know.
But that's different.
Yeah. This is serious stuff.
This is serious stuff. This was happening today. I didn't want to make him nervous. If you made an appointment today for April 2nd, then I'd make fun of him for a couple of weeks. And then as we get closer, I would lean off because it's a stressful situation.
Yeah.
And then when he comes home, pass or fail, I will be making jokes.
Perfect.
But of course, you dick.
I said perfect.
That's right.
So say thank you.
No, you say thank you to me. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. And of course, Beansy's like, happy 2 years knowing you guys. So I guess it's the anniversary of him discovering us. I don't. He has his own conversations. I swear he doesn't even watch our show.
For 2 years.
Yeah. What better sound to go to sleep to than your dog licking his balls next to your ear?
Are you reading Friender again?
No.
Because I'm not doing this again.
No.
No.
I'm not reading that one about the geese. What are you talking
Don't
about?
read any of them. Can you just read other people's? And his quote is filled.
There was another one that was decent.
No.
But Beansy wants to
It
know,
wasn't.
how can you not see your phone on your bumper? It was dark. It was cold, so we were rushing, and I just forgot the phone was there.
There's a lot of equipment around. It's a lot of equipment. It's not like an empty
I had
trunk.
a lot of equipment around Sallie, and it was not empty by her trunk.
Wow. That was something.
But yeah, so I was rushing and
You're Russian?
And so I, forgot my phone was on the bumper. I was working, Beansy, something you don't know about. You stand around at a casino doing nothing, just looking at people. And then you go home, you sit on your throne and while people serve you.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Have you, by any chance, seen Tim Saliani lately?
No.
Speaking of Mike Keegan. This week, Charles Goonan, Tune Into Goonan, the Charles Goonan podcast, his guest was Tim Saliani.
He's lost a lot of weight. Is that what you're getting
That's
at?
exactly why I brought it up. This guy, because I haven't seen Tim since the new year.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, he's lost even more weight. He really, I was impressed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for him. He worked really hard on it. It wasn't something that came easy,
And I guess he's okay because he had COVID a second time.
Yeah, but that was a while ago.
Well, it was right around the new year, wasn't it?
That was like earlier.
Was it?
Yeah.
But either way, but I don't think we've seen him since then either.
Right.
And we were concerned because, because he is a pussy, and the last time he had COVID, it beat him up.
Yeah, it did beat him up for a while.
A real man would have handled it fine.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like a real man, but he's just a big teddy bear.
Yeah.
And now he's not even a teddy bear. He's just a tall guy.
Because he's tall.
Right, but now he's thin, so he's not a teddy bear anymore. He's just a big, tall guy. He's not threatening looking anymore, although he still does have a man bun. Does that make you threatening?
Are man buns threatening?
That's what I'm asking you.
Usually, no.
So he's not threatening at all?
I would say no, because usually it's like the artsy kind that wear the man bun.
So he's
and
now...
They don't beat people up.
So he went from tough, big, threatening Tim Saliani to now the artsy Tim Saliani.
He's going to come in and beat you up.
Well, maybe he can't catch me now. Well, or no, actually, he will catch me because now he's thin and in shape. So now he can run.
Right.
Should we do that, the thing in the field, the race? Should we do that every year?
I would watch you guys do that every single year.
Yeah, because it's a wet dream for you.
Yeah.
Between me and Pajanos and Saliani and Carla, it's like perfect for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun day.
Well, you got to run.
I did run.
Yeah, you ran the second one.
Yeah.
But you got to be a main contestant.
I'm not a fast runner.
I'm not a fast runner.
I'm not a fast runner.
No?
I just kind of do my little jogging thing with the dogs. I run with the dogs. I run I haven't run, since the summer with my neck injury, but I've
seen you turn it on pretty good. You're not
I'm not fast.
You're not slow. You're not the slowest runner I've ever seen.
No.
So yeah,
but if you're running a race,
well,
I think Carla beat me. That's how slow I am.
Did Carla run the second race?
Yeah, I think so.
She did?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that.
I'm just a little jogger. Do. I mean, I'm so little. I'm like 5 feet.
So that should make it easier for you.
No, it's the tall ones.
Because they can spread out.
Where I'm like, yeah.
Well, you're all full of sound effects today. The blinker and now that.
Yeah.
All right. So we are awaiting the call from Mark David Hirschman and Mike Keegan. Their show, the Hershey and the Keegs.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, write them in, then we'll ask them. Not Fremder, but anyone else, unless you have a decent question, Andrew. Yeah, ask some questions, and we'll be sure to ask them.
Let's see. If you work at the DMV, you should be required to take a class on how to smile.
Yeah, they're not so bad anymore.
They're not so bad. When I was there a few weeks ago, the lady was super nice to me.
I mean, now you can make an appointment, and you walk in, and you actually get it within, a few minutes. You really can't complain about DMV much. In the last, bunch of years.
Spend some time at Social Security.
Yeah, that'll give you something to cry
and
about.
And DMV seems like a country club.
Yeah, it's Social Security is unreal.
The hands down, by far, the worst. Nobody comes close. The worst.
The times they'd ask you how long it would take you for your leg to, like there are questions like you're like, well, my leg isn't going to grow back. Like, it's crazy the questions. That
they do. They treat, and let's face it, there are people out there that buck the system, and they treat everybody that way.
Yeah.
They make you feel bad for having an amputated leg that you can't work. They make you feel bad for having, they make my daughter feel bad for having autism.
Yeah.
They are the worst, and they're mean. They're not friendly, and you can see it. You can see it. These guys are not good liars.
No.
They purposely don't give you answers that you need.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about getting you out of there.
Yeah, within 15 minutes. You sit there and wait 2 hours.
Right. Yeah, at least 2
Easy.
hours to be seen.
I'm being nice about it.
Then they don't give you the answers. They do everything they can to aggravate you in hopes that you just give up or just
leave.
not pursue whatever it is you need so that, they don't have to deal with you. And this is our government at work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, it's the worst.
It's like when I was trying to help Cindy get Medicaid for cancer. You would call a number and it would go through all of these choices, and then no matter what you picked, it would hang up on you.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like it hangs up on you. Like that's the end of it.
Yeah.
Like, wow. So because there's no one to answer phones.
When I first, when I had, yeah.
That's so much.
DMV down here in Florida says Beansy takes 30 minutes tops to get the job done. Very friendly down here. New York DMV sucks the big one, he says.
I can't speak for the city, but in Massapequa there's an office and they're fantastic. They're really nice. They're great.
Fremder has 2 man buns. They're on both sides of his ass crack.
Are you laughing at him or the fact that you squeezed in 7 now?
Or squeezed out. Speaking
Every
of butt cracks,
more
squeezed.
questions are from Do You Read? That's one less day of sex. Has to come to this.
Well, when do you tally it up?
Right
At the end of
now.
our life?
Starts right now.
So if we were planning to have sex tonight, you'd be saying no?
If you read one more Fremder, yeah.
Well, that's not fair.
Yeah. Fremder's going to cock block you.
You're mixing our personal life with our show. That's not right.
I was willing to let it go the first 4, 5, 6, but now that we're up to number 7.
But that was funny.
Was it?
It was all right. I like that one. That's why I read it. No, trust me, there are others I haven't read. That one I thought was good, so I read it. But speaking of places of employment, like working at a DMV.
Yeah.
According to an Inc. article, INC. That's the name of the magazine, website, whatever.
Okay.
People who have returned to their offices since, quarantine and pandemic, they are returning to their offices, but they are disappointed. Productivity has not increased. The amount of collaborations with coworkers has remained the same as well. Like that's one of the reasons they would agreed to go back, because they were hoping to get some more, actual FaceTime with people. But they haven't, other than saying good morning or something.
I wouldn't be surprised if it decreased, because you're just so used to working alone.
Right. People felt more the employees felt more valued because they were trusted with getting their job done while at home.
Yeah.
So basically, people were happier balancing work and personal obligations at home.
Yeah.
So they were happier. Like some people would, they wouldn't stop at 5.
Mm-hmm.
They would take care of something for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So they'd maybe they'd stop at 3, but then they'd pick it back up at 7 and work till 10.
Right.
So you were probably getting more productivity out of people that way.
Yeah.
I personally am not a fan of Zoom. I think they should work out a balance. I don't like the new precedent, setting a new precedent of working from home, because
I love it.
Of course, there's advantages, but
tons.
But by not having to travel, that you're putting the trains and the cabs out of work, and then even the offices. You're putting all that real estate is going to shit. So I do like the idea
you
of
can't hold on to things like that. I mean, that'll work out itself. It'll be better for the environment having, cabs and trains and cars off the road.
Okay. All right.
And buildings, so it won't be in an office building. Maybe it'll be, turned into condos or something. That stuff will work itself out.
Hopefully. Yeah, but I don't like the idea of Zoom meetings all the time. Zoom sucks, man.
I don't mind Zoom.
I mean, I don't mind it. We get get through it here, but I'd much rather be face to face with somebody. I just think, socially it hurts. You got people never leaving their houses. Adam Snare. Greetings, Tony and Sally. He says, hi, pal. How are you, Adam? I love working from home. 1,000 miles away from the office. That's right. Yeah, Adam's a good example. Yeah. Mm-hmm. As he's enjoying Florida. But yeah, I don't know. I found it was interesting. Things are really in industry, I guess, would you say? That's where things are really changing.
Yeah.
Unemployment is really up, but by choice, But, but we've talked about it several times. You have places like Buc-ee's that are now offering benefits. I think that's what it's going to take to solve this big quit. Start giving people what they deserve. Give them bennies, damn it,
bennies.
or give them give them more bennies to pay for their benefits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does Tony hate the environment? I mean, I get it. Mother Nature took your leg, but come on. That's from Andy Plajanos.
Yeah.
That one I could read.
Yes.
Yes. And now I'm scared. Friend just wrote something. I'm scared to read it.
You should be. Be afraid.
That's not fair.
Be very afraid.
Why do you control our sex life? It's a mutual thing.
Yeah, I know. It's weird that way. It's weird how that works out.
Maybe I'll cut you off.
Maybe you will.
Sure.
I feel like an hour and a half.
Okay.
All right. Not mad anymore.
Not mad anymore.
Can we just have angry sex?
Yeah, right. Well, let's just do it. I'm still mad at you, but just do it. Also, this weekend, we watched Boba Fett.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
What do they call it? The Book of Fett or something like that?
Yeah, that was good.
It was good. I don't know if we should... You know what? It streams, what, every Wednesday or Thursday?
Don't give stuff up.
It didn't just come out this weekend. It's been out for several days now.
Okay, sure.
So, yeah, I'm gonna talk about it.
Good.
Well, that's why I bring it up. Actually, the technology on this show, the graphics, the special effects. Oh my God! Mm-hmm. What a tremendous job they do on this thing. And this weekend, whenever it started streaming, I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday they come out. So it's been several days. This week's show had a big appearance, a cameo from R2-D2, and then Luke Skywalker was in this thing. And if you remember last year, The Mandalorian, Luke Skywalker appeared in the last episode. And these shows take place after Return of the Jedi, and then before the latest trilogy. So they have to make Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill, the actor, they have to make him look young.
Yeah.
So on the Mandalorian finale last year, it's really Mark Hamill, but they used CGI to make him look younger, and they did a great job. But it wasn't like, oh my God, it was like, oh my God, but you could still like tell, like it still had some like a little remnants of a fake look to it.
Okay.
Where this episode of Boba Fett, they've definitely had some improvements done. To me, this blew me away.
Yeah.
It really blew my mind just what they were able to do.
His voice. I don't know whether they used an actor that imitates him.
No, it's definitely him.
Oh, okay.
So because he's, the Return of the Jedi was almost 40 years ago, for crying out loud.
Mm-hmm.
So the Mark Hamill's probably pushing 70, definitely in his 60s. So, I mean, of course, he's aged, and I'm sure his voice sounds different. So
Deeper.
they had to make his voice young. They made his face young, and they had him running and doing all these things. It just blew my mind. I just couldn't believe it because
It's
now
a good show. Like he's training baby yoga.
what baby yoga.
Yoda. Yoga.
Yeah, the show itself was good, but I'm just talking about the computer, the CGI. It just totally blew me away. And we've talked about it here like a year or so ago when Deep Fake came out. And I remember we talked about it. You can basically put anybody in any movie now.
Mm-hmm.
You can have Johnny Depp starring in a movie with Johnny Dean. James Dean. I mean, you can have Abe Lincoln sit next to Joe Biden and have a conversation. You know, it really is unbelievable. And now, Disney Plus, which owns all the Star Wars stuff, they've announced, and I hope this is real, because my son swears this is real, that Disney Plus is going to re-release that Han Solo movie, but they're going to deep fake Harrison Ford's face onto this thing. If you guys remember this Han Solo movie that came out maybe 5 years ago, it was, it was supposed
awful,
supposed to be taking place before the actual Star Wars movie, so they had to get a younger actor to play Han Solo. And yeah, they brought in some other guy. I don't even know his name. I've never seen him in anything else, but he had to play Han Solo. Yeah, the movie sucked.
Yeah.
And the actor really didn't have a lot to do, but he wasn't like anything. Like he didn't do anything that made me say, "Well, the movie sucked," but his acting as Han Solo was great. Like there was nothing about all of it. The only thing I did think was decent was what's his name that played Lando Calrissian. What's his name? We used to play his videos on the screen. He used to jump around in a diaper. Childish Gambino. That's his music name, and then his real name is something Glover.
Danny.
No, I forget his first name, but something Glover. We met him that one time when we saw Albert Lee at the Iridium. You know,
yeah, I know who you mean.
So he did a nice job playing Lando Calrissian, which of course used to be Billy D. Williams. But yeah, the movie sucked. But I don't know now if they take this movie, if maybe they re-edit it, and the fact that it's Harrison Ford. I don't know if they bring in now Harrison Ford to.
It's a bad movie.
But do they? But hear me out. If they re-edit it, maybe fix a couple of scenes. Now you have Harrison Ford's face. Do you bring in Harrison Ford to record the dialogue? And maybe because it's him, maybe with his take on it, maybe they can fix it a little bit. Maybe it'll be a better movie now.
No.
Oh. But to me, it's just a whole new world of movie making, though. I mean, you could take anybody and do anything.
It's exciting.
Yeah, I just thought that was just some interesting stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
No spoilers, Dick, says Adam Snare. Sorry, hope you turned your computer down. We were freaking out, says Carol Miner. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. Just seeing R2-D2 was
yes,
cool.
That was cool in itself.
Yeah, I love him.
They used a technology, says Adam Snare, where they pull words from the other movies when he was younger. Mark Hamill didn't record any new dialogue. I'm going to disagree with you on that. Because he says things like the little Yoda guy, his name is Grogu. He was not in those movies. So you hear him saying Grogu, or are they taking bits and pieces of words to form the word You're really saying that they just took words from older movies and made those sentences up? That's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, I don't think as a listener, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't want them to do that work because I don't care that much.
Oh, no. Well, you're not a Star Wars nerd.
I wouldn't, whatever nerd I am, I wouldn't care if it is the exact person speaking. Just do a good job and have a good storyline and have the writing be good.
Now, I'm going to read from there, but this is it's a serious comment.
I wanted to get laid tonight,
It's
too.
a serious comment.
This totally
It's not a joke.
Now I have to go have sex with someone else.
Special effects of Boba Fett and The Mandalorian are done with a program called Unreal Engine that implies real-time rendering for better lighting and faster post-production, no green screen.
Do you understand that?
Real-time rendering for better lighting and faster post. Meaning, what? So they instead of a green screen, they perform these stunts on set. On the actual set, and somehow move him around with CGI. Yeah, maybe I'm getting that wrong. Adam Snare says he's going to send me the article that explains how they used the young Mark Hamill's voice from other movies.
Okay.
I wonder if they grabbed other movies that he was in, not just Star Wars movies. It's still the same voice. Like, I wonder if they took other movies he was in and used, to get certain words.
Like he said that he had Yoda, he carried him and did that flip, in the first movie. Maybe they just used that scene.
Yeah, that could be. Well, yeah, that I'm sure wasn't Mark Hamill. Like now.
Yeah.
That I'm sure is a stuntman.
Yeah.
It was probably a stuntman then.
Just a young guy.
Right, exactly.
Same body shape.
Right, exactly. So yeah, and so Adam, can you or Andrew, can you verify that this Han Solo thing is real? Because my son told me about it, but it just sounded kind of far-fetched to me. But maybe it is possible. To get Hamill's face, they had a sculpture sculpt it with clay from what it looked like back then. Then it was put into a 3D scanner to get a 3D model into the computer and then tracked onto the actor's face.
Oh, wow.
Wow. But they really did bring in Mark Hamill to film those scenes, right? Like I know for the Beatles, when they put out that rock band stuff,
yeah,
they actually had to film them. Like they got a Lennon impersonator. They got McCartney, they got Starr, and they even got George Harrison's son because he has
and he looks
mannerisms.
just like him. And
they hooked them up with certain leads and certain wires and whatnot so that they can use the computer imaging. But to capture mannerisms in the body type and all, they actually still need the actual person. But again, with deepfake, you don't need those things.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of which, yeah, even McCartney, like he just put out a music video a few months ago where there was a younger actor dancing around and doing all sorts of, and they deep faked McCartney's face onto it.
Yeah, it came out good.
and it was a young McCartney, so the current old man McCartney was seen in the background at one point.
Yeah, it's great
It's
stuff.
wild what
I
they
like
do.
it. I think it's really interesting.
We should deep fake our faces onto a porn.
No. I'm sure you've already done that with me. I'm sure I'm out somewhere in your phone.
All right, so they want to. Oh, you should turn the phones on because it's noon.
Oh, okay.
Do you?
Yeah, sorry.
If you could have your face deep faked onto any movie, I'm being serious. I'm not talking porn. Any movie you want, get your face deep faked on. What would it be?
I think we should. Let me think. Definitely Kill Bill.
Adam Snare says he sent the article. Carol Miner, it's interesting to see how Fremder writes a comment and then all of a sudden it says comment retracted. Sallie has the power of the Force to remove his comments. Kill Bill, what, playing Uma's part?
Yeah. Yeah, I could. Yeah, that would be funny. Mm-hmm. How about you?
Well, naturally, The Naked Gun.
Yeah.
I'd be Leslie Nielsen. It's my favorite movie of all time. Or I'd be Rocky Balboa. Right on time.
I'm just going to put them right through.
Sure. You're live on the air. Who's this?
This is Mark David Hirschman. Who's this?
Hello, Mark David Hirschman. How are you, buddy?
So, have you been able to figure out how to get me and Keegan on the air at the same time now?
Well, that's why Sallie's here, because she knows how to do it, and I don't.
So am I on the air yet?
Yes, you are on the air right now. Yes, that's why I said when I called, you're on the air. Who's this?
Oh, that's so exciting. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, Mark. How are you? Thanks for calling in.
Hi, Sallie. How are you?
I'm good.
And, of course, you're waiting on the Keegs. So, so get used to it. This is how it's going to be.
No.
Sallie's going to be babysitting. And
Mike is very good at being on time.
How's your show been going so far this morning? What's happened that's exciting so far?
It's been so exciting. Let's see. We've been talking about because we're geeks and nerds. We've been talking about Boba Fett, and and how the CGI they used to have a young Luke Skywalker on the show.
Oh wow! Well, you get nothing from me on that whatsoever.
It's exciting stuff around here.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't even know what Boba Fett was until you mentioned Luke Skywalker. I've never watched one Star Wars movie in my entire life.
I watched all of them, and about a year ago when they started talking about this Fett guy, I'm like, yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. And they looked at me like I was crazy that I never noticed this guy before.
Wait a minute, you're what? What are you? Late 30s, early 40s?
I just turned 50 in August.
No, you didn't.
Hey, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Mike's coming on right now.
Are you going to be able to patch him through without any problems?
Hey, Mike, how are you?
Good, Sallie. How are you?
Oh, that's all you have to do? Yeah. And now, is Mark, you still there?
I'm very much here, yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Look at that.
Nice job, Sallie. Well done.
Seamless.
I press buttons like no one.
Hi, Keegs.
Hi, Mark. Was that Tony? Was that Tony or Mark?
That was me. That was Tony.
Oh, Tony, how are you, sir?
So, can we all call you that now? Keegs? Hi, Keegs.
That's it. That's all you're allowed to call me from now on.
That's all his parents are allowed to call him going forward.
So, yeah, all right, so Hershey and the Keegs starting on February 15th. I was saying before, if only this could be done in the giggle room, then we're like full-blown gay here.
Hershey and Keegs in the giggle room.
It sounds like code for your ass.
Hey, Mark, talk like a little bit louder if you don't mind, or closer to your
absolutely.
your mouthpiece.
Yep, you got it. Sorry
Thanks.
about that.
Very nice. So we're very excited to, as Mark will tell you, I've approached him in the past about doing something in here, or even coming in here to guest, and I think he just hates us, so he doesn't come in here. But
he doesn't like most people.
Exactly. But with the power of the Keegs,
That's
we have the Hershey and the Keegs debuting February 15th, which we're very excited about. So, Mark, what can you tell us? What's the show going to be?
This is something that I've thought about. Obviously, you've approached me about it. The club has approached me about it. It's something I've thought about, and I went into the idea that I had one person in mind that I was willing to do the show with, and he was not able to do it. So then I called up a few other people, and then after like 7 or 8 no's,
I totally fell for that.
Yeah, he said yes. So here's the thing, and listen, you guys know, I mean, the mindset of stand-up comics is that we like to be heard. We like to talk, even if we don't even think someone's going to listen. Now, obviously, the goal of this show is that people are going to listen and they're going to laugh. And that's really what it's all about. Mike and I, neither one of us have any dreams of grandeur, of what this show could become. Not that we're saying that it can't become something. But the point is, we enjoy making people laugh. We enjoy making each other laugh. And I think, and I hope that that's what this show is going to be, that we're going to just have some fun, make some people laugh on a Tuesday night at 9 o'clock for an hour. And what comes of it, we'll see, but we just want to enjoy.
Yeah.
And the show
Mark and I have known each other coming on a decade now, and we have a great dynamic together.
Yep.
So I think that's going to come through on the show, and I think we'll be good together. We'll make some people laugh.
That's actually something I wanted to ask you guys about, because Mike Keegan, as we all know, the guy plays everywhere. He headlines. He's fantastic. Now you have Mark, who, in my opinion,
and then you have Mark.
Period. That's it. No. Where I was going with this? No. With Mark, he, in my opinion, headline caliber guy, but he doesn't. Mark, you don't go out and really. You just stick to local stuff. You don't really travel as much. You have a full-time job. You choose to not really travel and put as much time in as Mike, which is fine. I'm not knocking it. But what I find interesting, and I don't know if it's because you're so good up there at what you do, or if it's because you're just a nice guy, or both. But guys like Keegan and guys like Chris Monty, like all the headliners, the guys that travel all over the place and headline all sorts of comedy clubs, they've from an outsider like me, I see the dynamic you have with these guys, and I would, if I didn't know you, I would think, oh, he must be a national headliner too. And you don't see a lot of that. A lot of these national headliners, like they talk to each other. They're friends with, the guys who stay local too. But you've been brought into that circle where, again, it's where it's usually a circle of headliners, national headliners. So how?
Yeah, no, I totally hear where you're going, and your point is accurate. Most of these guys have kind of earned their stripes to kind of be able to hang with each other, I guess. And believe me, I get that. And there's also some resentment that I've earned throughout the Long Island community because of that. Here's what I can tell you, without trying to pat myself on the back. I'm generally a likable guy. I'm good to be around. These guys know that I can do it when I'm on stage. I'm funny, and honestly, I know a lot of these guys personally. I think that part of it is because when I did start out, I did perform a lot more than I do nowadays. But as my kids have gotten born and older, and my availability isn't what it is, it's just one of those things where it's the irresistible Mark David Hirschman factor that not everyone can put their finger on, especially you, apparently.
Well, I'm going to ask Mike about this because I'm sure Mike's just going to say he knows exactly where you put your finger, and I
know
think,
exactly where Mark puts his fingers. Yeah,
and I think
that's the spot we call it, the Boba Fett.
And I think what you're just trying to say is that your oral skills are good, which is why they let you into their circle.
Well, so let me tell you. I'm going to tell you a quick little anecdote, Tony. When I started doing stand-up July 13th of 2010, that was my stand-up university graduation show. I never had any dreams of grandeur of doing stand-up ever again. It was a buddy of mine who essentially challenged me to take that class with him, and we did it, and I climbed the mountain, and I was done. And then I guess it was maybe a couple of weeks later that Governors had contacted me. Apparently I had been requested on a show from a local fundraiser. And I was like, what? You guys want me on the show? And next thing you know, I was in the green room with Joe Starr and Chris Monty and Roach and all these guys. And so I started performing, and then I would get I'd get texts from these guys. I'd get emails like, listen, dude, you did great last night, but you need to work on this. So I was a student of the game, and I learned how to do stand-up. I can obviously be a lot stronger if I actually put the effort in that a Keegan or someone else does. But funny is funny, and I guess they see that. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I'll help these guys out with some of their bits, and I'll give them ideas. And Monty's a big time headliner. He's become one of my best friends, and I'm very close with Haft and Keegan. So and listen, I do turn down a lot of spots just because of my life and my kids and coaching and all this stuff. But for some reason, some of these guys accept me the way they do. And it's great, and that's really how it's gone down.
That was
and Tony. Yeah, I'll speak to that. I'm not gonna drop nearly as many names as Mark did, but yeah, you know what? Mark is one of the funniest people I know, and if you ask any of the comics in our group of friends, they'll tell you he's one of us.
Right.
He doesn't get up as much because of family obligations.
Yeah,
he's welcome to. He's definitely earned his reputation as a great comic, and you watch him. The last show we did, sold out room at Governor's, and he killed for 20 minutes, however long he was up there. I mean, he's a great comic. He'd be a lot better if he got up 3 times a week, if he had that
right
luxury.
Right. Yeah.
But
can we talk more about me? Can we talk more about me on this show today?
I think that's all we're going to ever talk about on the podcast, the way things are going.
I mean, this is really working out well. If the podcast is going to be like this, I'm really excited about things.
Well, all right. Well, I'll shift gears. I do have a question for Mike. I'm curious. Once you guys get this show off the ground, how long will it take before Carla takes over?
You don't think she's already tried to take over? You don't think she's already picked an outfit for me to wear the first episode?
Oh, God. That's amazing.
She said she's got me moisturizing my face now.
Nice.
Yeah. So she's already started digging her claws into it.
Carla's a keeper.
He certainly is something.
It's funny. It's something that I had, I established to you guys and to Mike that I wanted the show to be us. I wanted it to be about us, and that was the focal point. Mike and I haven't really spoken about it yet, and we haven't talked to you guys about it. But at some point, I'm sure we're going to introduce the idea of a call-in or a guest. I mean, I just think that we want to set the groundwork for letting this be Hershey and the Keegs, and let us see where that goes. And hopefully it's something that people want to tune in. Even the people that are just friends with me and Mike and know us from the community.
Sure.
Even if we get those, few hundred, a couple of thousand people from the beginning, I think that's going to be exciting. Would you agree to that, Mike?
Absolutely. Definitely. People are excited. Look, we only put out yesterday on Facebook that we're doing this. We already have 300 people that like our page.
Oh, nice.
So, it's going to be something. We have a lot of people, because people, not just in the entertainment business, but civilians that Mark is friends with have been asking them to do this for a long time. So people are excited. They're going to watch. And, like I said, we do have a good dynamic. And as far as Mark mentioned, our circle of friends, whenever, it's a bunch of comics sitting in a green room and we have good banter, and I think that's going to come right through on the show.
We talk about that often here. I wish we could record stuff that goes on, green room or just in the club after a show, because some of the best stuff comes out. Unfortunately, a lot of it can't be broadcast.
Can't be aired because we're talking about other people in the entertainment business. But
yeah. But there's so much fun. I love hanging around you guys because you guys are so quick with the stuff you guys when you're picking on each other.
It's unreal.
And
you have to be, because they'll jump right on you, and you gotta be able to come back. We have a great circle of friends that we every once in a while we'll get together at somebody's house and make some steaks, smoke some cigars, drink some whiskey. It's me, Mark, Rich Walker, Monty, Eric Haft, Richie Byrne. We'll all get together.
Yeah.
And these are guys that are just beat the shit out of you for an hour if you don't come back at them.
Well, go ahead. Sorry, Mark. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, what I was going to say is it's interesting that you guys talk about that, because when I first started, I definitely could not handle the heat of the green room at all. And there was one time, I couldn't have been doing it for more than 6 months. And I remember Monty had got it laid into me pretty good, but laid into me in the sense of how a comic leans into another comic who he's accepted into the group.
Right.
And I was pretty butthurt about it, honestly. And Monty saw me after the show at the bar, and he's like, "Dude, what's your problem?" And he knew that I was overreacting to something ridiculous. And at the time, I didn't really like him very much. Now he's one of my best friends. We talk pretty much every single day. But you definitely have to have thick skin, because sometimes you'll get stung. So if you have thin skin, you won't be able to handle it whatsoever.
I'm shocked to hear you say that, because when I see you now, I mean, you're right in there, man. You were right in there.
He's still a bit of a whiny pussy.
Right. Well, so you know what? But Tony, you guys don't know me before I was a stand-up. So I've been doing it now for 12 years. But back then, I was definitely a lot thinner skinned. Not only that, but I used to have terrible fear of public speaking. I could not publicly speak at work. I couldn't do it. Now I can do it, in my sleep. But stand-up comedy has definitely, this whole community, and it changed who I am as a person. There's no question about it. So, no, I can get right in there and I can tear these guys down pretty good right now. But back then, I would sit there and I'd get blown to bits and then go home and be a whiny pussy like Mike Keegan said about me.
But what it is that after a while you realize that they're coming at you like that because they accept you as part of the group.
Absolutely,
And, so.
That's totally it.
There's nothing, in my opinion, there's nothing funnier than just sitting around busting balls, man. It's so much fun. Man.
We do it to each other, Tony and Sallie.
Yes, we do. We also go out sometimes when either Raider or Bosie are buying. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We got to get Raider's knee fixed up real quick so he can buy his dinner again.
That's true. I got extra legs laying around if he needs any.
Right, exactly.
He does. You got like 6 of them in the closet.
I do. I have a whole bunch of them.
You ever put on like a puppet show for Sallie?
I've tried,
like
but
porn.
It lasts like 30 seconds. She gets too excited, and that's it. That's the end of it.
And he's got to put them all away.
Pop one of those bad boys on Rita, and let's go get some steak.
Exactly. Exactly. Very nice. Well, we're looking forward to this. I no doubt it's going to be hilarious. And then, Mark, like you said, what you want to open up to phone calls or guests, whatever you want to do. We'll work that out with you. But yeah, we're really looking forward to seeing what you guys are going to do. And again, February 15th,
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Very nice.
At night.
Yep.
So
Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it, and all the best with it. And we're thrilled that you guys are going to be here, and we're glad you guys took the time to call today. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
no, thanks for the opportunity. And I didn't need to eat lunch today. This was it's fine. I didn't, it's okay that I'm going to be starving until 8 o'clock when I get off tonight. So thanks a lot.
It's only 12:20. You got 10 minutes. Did you bring a peanut butter and jelly sandwich to waft down?
Jelly sandwich.
I got, you know what? And I'm actually not that. I actually thought about coming into Governor since where I work is about a mile away, but
We hear all
I
this
figured
now.
that might have been just too much for you guys today. Too much.
I would have had something kosher here sitting for you for lunch. I would have taken care of you.
Thank you. That's so nice and bigoted. Yes, very good.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate the time. Go eat some lunch quick,
All right.
and we'll see you guys soon.
All right,
Thanks
guys.
a lot.
See you guys Tuesday.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much.
Take care.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And I bring that up because the first time we did a shoot of the smokes, jokes, and insults.
Are you explaining why you're racist?
Yes.
Oh.
No, I'm talking about the ball busting and stuff, and how I'm surprised that Mark was sensitive in the beginning because the very first shoot we did, he took a shot at me out of nowhere. I was
Oh,
like,
really?
you little fucking. No, I laughed my ass off, but he was a funny guy.
I love being a fly on the wall to everyone going at each other. It's like the most amazing thing.
You can catch Mark also on the Smokes, Jokes, and Insults clips that we're premiering every Friday at 10 throughout February and March. We have a new clip every Friday for the month of February and March. Every Friday, 10 a.m. They're only like 5-10 minute clips, so you don't have to
Take time off from work or anything.
Right. You can eat your lunch and watch these quick clips. They're a lot of fun. Actually, I gotta apologize to Mark because the clips we have so far don't really have a lot of him in it, but we're working on that. We're gonna fix that. But Smokes, Jokes, and Insults every Friday at 10 on YouTube, and Hershey and the Keegs every Tuesday at 9 starting February 15th. Looking forward to that. As you can tell from that conversation we just had, those guys are hilarious. They're going to be a lot of fun. Of course, Keegan, from Domestic Disturbance, so you know how funny he is. And Mark, you've seen him on Smoke, Jokes, and Insults, and if you've seen him here at the clubs, he is fantastic. So, it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to laugh your ass off.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'll probably sit in here the first night just to watch.
No, you can't.
I shouldn't do that?
You're not welcome, no.
Not welcome?
Nope. Yeah, totally. That'd be fun. Why not?
Cool. Yeah, Bosie says, the true voice of Levittown and the women's menstrual cycles. Plagianos, DJ D-Love has been practicing. This really sounds like someone else.
I don't get it.
You know how DJ calls pretending to be somebody else every time he calls? Damn it, I was going to start calling him Kegels, says Plagianos. Yep, it's just Keegs. The Keegs. Hi, Keegs. I can't help but say that in a gay way. Hi, Keegs.
Because you're gay.
Yes. Bo says, that's what I say. That's what I say. I turned down because of other obligations. Like Jeff is. Yeah.
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
These guys love busting balls with their mouths. Says Plagianos. He goes, that's really nice. So that'll be fun. Looking forward to that a lot.
Yep.
That was nice of them to check in, obviously with their busy schedules. You know what I want to do? Damn it. I wanted to ask them, I wanted their opinions on this Joe Rogan thing.
Oh, yeah, what's happening with it? Is it getting worse?
I think it's starting to get worse for him.
They put that thing up of racial slurs and stuff. They're going at him.
Apparently, though, that video is old.
Yeah, sure.
And even all the clips are old.
Sure.
If you don't know, we're talking about Joe Rogan, who's been under fire because, some people are claiming his COVID information that he puts out on his podcast are wrong, according to some people. So Neil Young pulled his music off Spotify. Joni Mitchell a few other bands and
Crosby,
artists.
Stills, and Nash.
The Foo Fighters. But then India.Ari, she has come forward and said she's pulling her music off Spotify, not because of that. Well, because of that too, but mainly because she feels Joe Rogan is racist.
Oh.
And then she posted a video that was made on YouTube a while back. It's just a montage of him using the N-word.
Mm.
Now, he put out a video yesterday, Joe Rogan. He put out a video yesterday, and he said a lot of these videos were taken out of context.
Come on.
Well,
you either say that word or you don't.
Well, that's the thing. That's what he said. He goes,
And if you have like 20 million of them.
see, that was my thing. Like, at one point, one clip was just him saying, that guy is my end. Like, that's not out of context.
Yeah.
That's just stupidity.
Right.
I'm sure there are some of these clips that were taken out of context because you don't know what he was talking about. We've talked in here about racial issues, so you don't know. But when he says, "Oh, that guy is my end," yeah, that's pretty stupid, Joe. So he puts out a video yesterday and he says, yes, some were taken out of context, but to be in this situation means I messed up. Well, he said F. He goes, I fucked up. He goes, if I have to defend myself, he goes, that means I did something wrong. He goes, I definitely used the word too much. He goes, I haven't used it in a long time. He goes, that video is old. He goes, but I still used it. And he goes, and it was wrong. He goes, and I know that now, which is why I have stopped using it. And you know what? I'll even go a step further. The report CNN did on it. The anchor, I don't know who the guy was, so I didn't get his name. I've never seen him before, but he's like, before we show you this YouTube clip, you might want to, just be aware that this is very sensitive material. Meanwhile, they bleep it out every time he says it.
Right.
But then they go back to the anchor after they show it, and he's like, and he has some commentators, what do you think of this? And what do you think of this? Oh my goodness, this is just unbelievable. I'm like, all right, take it easy.
Yeah.
What he did was wrong, but it wasn't like, he didn't attack, Jewish people or something. He didn't say that he praises Hitler. He used a stupid word. He didn't say, we should put them, although India.Ari, she did say something about, which was not in this video. She did say something about one time Rogan said, one time he described being with black people as akin to the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, my goodness.
So, I don't know. So on Friday, 71 episodes of the Joe Rogan Experience were removed from Spotify. A total of 113 episodes have been removed so far. So I'm just starting to worry that for this guy that the
momentum.
The momentum is definitely there. It seems like more and more people are coming down on him now and going after him for, you start with one thing like the corona stuff. Now you're on this one. Who knows what else they're going to get or what they're going to find. I have a feeling this could be trouble for Joe Rogan. I mean, who knows? Maybe not. He's I would say the biggest podcast there is, him and Mark Maron. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it means he's going to be done or maybe he's just got to ride this wave and he'll get through it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's up to Spotify, and a lot of times it's not even up to the company like Spotify. It's up to the people the advertisers. Yeah. Like, remember when was it the Washington, whatever they are now? They were the Washington Redskins. Remember that?
The Washington Commodores?
Yeah, that's what they changed to.
Yes.
So the manager and owner of the Redskins were like, we guarantee we're never, ever, 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 ever changing the name. And then, all their big advertisers pulled out that day. And they were like, so we're going to pick a name that works for everyone. So you never know.
Yeah, true.
It may not even be up to Spotify.
Adam Snare, when does this new Keeg show debut? February 15th, 9 p.m.
Tuesday night, 9 o'clock.
The clip is definitely him taken out of context. What is amazing to me, this is all Adam Snare, what is amazing to me that he's too stupid to know that he shouldn't be saying that word publicly on the air.
Or anywhere. Like,
right.
You know, just knock that stuff off.
And he says the clip is definitely him taken out of context. Yeah, like I said, some of it is. I don't think all of it is. And like you said, I think, and Rogan acknowledged it. It comes down to him saying the word. You said it. If you're having a discussion about racial divide or racial problems, and maybe you're quoting somebody, or you're talking about how, this group of people still says, and you say the word maybe, you get away with it. But, I mean, you watch that YouTube clip, whether it's out of context or not, I mean, it's got to be 20 times that he says the word. Yeah, that's just stupid. That's a guy that was trying to push his boundaries, probably get some attention for his show, maybe when it was still building. He doesn't have to say it now because he gets his ratings. Back when he was first starting, maybe he had to say it to try to, get some attention.
It's just part of his vocabulary. Like,
well, and that's
at
stupid.
That time. Yeah.
Sounds like he needs to get back on Fear Factor, said Jeff Posey. Yeah, what was that? Oh, and News Radio, right? That he was on that. Yeah, he's had an interesting career, that Joe Rogan. We'll see what happens
we'll
there.
Have to see.
Yeah. All right. We are out of here. Don't forget, go to govs.com and make your reservations for April 1st to see Knockem Dead Comedy performing in the Giggle Room.
I'm so sorry.
Adam Snare, Rogan does seem to really enjoy saying that word. Oh, yeah, right. That's a shame. Tonight, it's Monday. Steve Squared, 6:30. The Wort at 8 o'clock. And then Sallie are back here tomorrow for...
Trivia.
Tuesday trivia.
Crap, I forgot to do trivia questions. Guess what I'm doing today.
You have time, plenty of time. Don't worry.
Okay.
Good luck at 3:30 today.
Yeah, with Kevin and his road test.
Yep, good luck. Everybody have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. And Sallie and I will see you tomorrow at 11. See ya!